The brand new TR2 conversion kit just got a buff, but will it be enough to take this conversion kit from being one of the worst conversion kits in the game to potentially one of the best weapons in Black Ops 6 Zombies? Be sure to stick around and find out. And for today, we will be playing the Tomb. I was just looking at my recent videos thinking about what game or what map we should play to test out the brand new updated buffed TR2, and we've done Shattered Vale recently, we've done Citadel, and we've just did Terminus. It's been a while since we've done the Tomb and Liberty Falls for that matter. And I understand the Tomb is probably not the most thrilling gameplay to see if a gun is like good or not. And we will turn on damage numbers just to make sure that this gun is still doing the same amount of damage as we know it did before. But I do think the Tomb's boss fight is pretty underrated, even by myself. I don't give it enough credit sometimes. And I'm someone who very much quite likes it. Now, here is the class we're using for the TR2. I believe it's the same exact one that we used when we first tested out this conversion kit. And boy, do I hope and wish that this conversion kit actually gets some love, because this rate of fire is decently fast. But something that I forgot about it until I started using it today was that if you hold down the trigger, the rate of fire will slow down, which I think was again, this is gonna sound real conspiracy theory. I think that was an attribute of the Hammer LMG in Black Ops 2, which again, I mean, crazy tinfoil hat conspiracy theory here. You have this 3-round burst SMG in the compact SMG as a conversion kit, kind of mirroring the Chicom, and then you have this fast firing marksman rifle that slows down its rate of fire. You have the AK-47 with the hyper burst like the KN-44 or the AN-44. I don't know. There's just a lot of similarities between these guns and these attributes and Black Ops 2 weapons. That's all I'm gonna say. Granted, how many different variety of weapons can you really have in a Call of Duty in all of these years? So anything goes. I just like having fun thinking about this. Ooh, a power drill. That's exactly what I'm running. Now, in case you skipped the intro and you're wondering why we're using the TR2 again, well, it's because supposedly they just released a fix for it becoming burst fire after you pack-a-punch it in Zombies, which means that once we go into here, once we pack-a-punch it, it should remain this full auto conversion kit, which means that the DPS might be really good, and I need to test it out for my chart, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. We can just get these rocks going, and there's that one and that one. Beautiful. Now let's pack-a-punch this bad boy. Please let it be fixed. And here, oh dude, you know what? That doesn't feel normal. That feels like it's hyper burst. Like it feels like it's still a 3-round burst, but it's just really, really fast. Sort of like the Chicom. It feels really good. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's definitely still a burst because I'm just clicking my mouse once and that's firing really fast. So not exactly full auto, but honestly, this might be really good because that burst is crazy fast. And the burst, just like the Unpack-a-Punch version, the burst does get slower as you continue to hold down the trigger, but it's still definitely a burst fire weapon. I don't know if that's intended, but it definitely feels really good. I'm gonna get working on those lanterns, putting them in the right position. And boy, I should mention we are so close to DLC 4, the final map. They've been releasing teasers every day for Zombies, and I need to check the analytics of all of those tweets compared to the like season 4 outro for multiplayer Warzone, whatever, because man, Treyarch, Activision, really Activision. People love Zombies, man. People love Zombies. They want to see it. We love the marketing. By this time, you guys would have seen my breakdown of all of the different teasers, at least the first 3 that we have. And like I said in those videos, I know people might not be super happy with me breaking down like 20 seconds of teaser trailer in 20 minutes, but I still stand by what I said. Oh, we need to take out the mimic. Let's go. Okay, yeah, that's okay. That's not bad. It's definitely very usable. This the fully automatic burst fire thing, it feels good. And I think I do want speed cola right away. Out of ammo, that was a problem I think we ran into before. That's okay. But no, those teasers, those trailers are super fun. I think there's a lot of that side of YouTube that's not there anymore for Zombies. Zombies, that storyline kind of speculation, I think it's because people like me, I'm usually not one for speculation. Like, I love speculating. I just don't like watching videos of speculating, if that makes sense. At least not all the time. I don't know. It's kind of weird. And that's kind of how I feel about the storyline on YouTube. I know a lot of people say like, oh, the story's not super great. And believe me, I have my qualms with the writing and the story and character quotes and everything too. But I also think that that style of YouTube video just might not work the way it used to. YouTube is a little bit more transactional now, as opposed to where it was before in Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4. It was kind of like a side thing, or maybe more of a hobby. You'll just watch something because it's about something, but now people go to YouTube to find something out. And I guess if the story's not all that enthralling, they don't watch the videos. That's very true. But also the gameplay of Black Ops 6 is just so rich and full that it almost overshadows the story in that way, which is weird to say, but like there really weren't any, I mean, there were some like best guns to use in Black Ops 3 and everything, but ultimately, if you weren't running a wonder weapon, then those weapons didn't matter all that much. Remember, Black Ops 3 was like the first real zombies game that had boss fights in it, at least in terms of Treyarch. But I think once someone really cracks the code for how to format and advertise, I'm gonna pick this up for this bug round, how to format and advertise those storyline videos, I think they're gonna go crazy, if the story is worth going crazy over. Because I think there is an interest, I really genuinely do. I think people are interested in what's going on, but I know for me, a lot of times, I wanna know what's going on and I wanna know how they know that. Like when they give a piece of lore information, let's go freeze these waterfalls and collect this beautiful. I want to know how you know this. Like, show me the piece of intel in the menu. Show me the radio, show me the map that you're playing that you figured this out on. Show me how it relates to the game that I play every day, or, you know, the game that I'm actually playing to learn more about. Aha, this one's ready to go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not saying that those videos aren't out there, but I think that's just what would interest me the most. And man, this conversion kit is so much faster. Let's see our first mimic over there. We've got purple Pack-a-Punch 1. Let's test it out, see how fast. Wow. And of course, I've got to shout out every time we do this, I've got to shout out the music in these lockdowns. Oh, I love it so much. I think this is obviously the classic Zombies theme remixed by, I think it's Tori Letzler. I think that's their name. I don't know. But I think they also did the music when you go into Shattered Vale's dinosaur room. I think it's called Samantha's Soul. I think, well, I know that's what the song is, but man, it's such a good song. They've knocked it out of the park this year in terms of music. It's so good. But yeah, I'm excited for this next map. We think it's going to be called The Reckoning. Today should be Saturday, I think, for you. And I'm recording this Friday, right after they did this patch, and we have that new teaser showing us the Mecha Klaus in the new map, so that's pretty darn cool. I've been waiting to do these lockdowns until I get the purple tool, just because it goes faster, progress through the rounds a little bit. And like I mentioned in my like HUDless video, you're going to be burning rounds after you do the Easter egg steps anyway, so it's not that big of a deal to kind of burn some rounds early on. I will kind of give you my worries about the new map going forward. I'm worried, obviously. We know we have Mecha Klaus. Hopefully he has some unique mechanics and he feels like a different boss zombie than the Krasny Soldat or the Panzer Soldat. Hopefully he's more unique, which it looks like he is. I am still worried about not getting a unique wonder weapon. Dude, this thing is really nice. This feels so much better. And I also am worried about the uniqueness or the atmosphere of this map. From everything that we've seen, a lot of people have been really enjoying the vibe of it, the atmosphere, and I'm just more of a kind of Ancient Evil, Dead of the Night 9 sort of atmosphere. I like the fantasy a little bit more than the sci-fi, and this to me looks like what everyone complained about in Cold War, and that is just a generic facility. But I reserve the right to change my mind once we see the full trailer and the full map and everything. It could be really crazy, especially with the Dark Ether stuff. And before we do this lockdown, I am 1000% going to get some armor and some PhD, because this lockdown is still pretty challenging and it really holds you accountable. So you guys are starting to sway me. I know every time I suggest making the game a little bit more difficult in this way, and I still stand by some of my suggestions, but I think Black Ops 6 is a lot more balanced than maybe even I give it credit for. All right, we have to defend the ice staff now. I'm gonna throw this down. Oh, I didn't put on, I changed the my energy mine augments. I'd used the turret for so long. I wanted to try something else and see how useful it was. And honestly, that's not bad. I should let you know, I am right in the middle of testing Vulture Aid, except it's taking me so much longer than I thought, mainly because the smell of death, the one that hides you in the fog, I realized that I'm gonna need to test that out against all of the bosses. So that's actually the secondary task of what we're going to be doing here today. We're going to see if that cloud of smoke will protect us from the Sentinel artifacted zombies. Oh my goodness, I'm going to need to kill this guy. Oh good, that was it. Okay, great, because I don't have any more ammo. But at least now we have the Staff of Ice, and I will get some more ammo here, and we can start the next step. I do want to make sure, okay, so we need to move this crystal so that way it's closer. All right, it moved over there. So we will start right here just so we can line up. And then this is also why I get PhD, so we can slide really fast through here. And then the last crystal will be just there. And hopefully Archibald, perfect. Now we can go get our symbols, and soon enough, oop, there's one. I think that's Dinosaur, right? Yep, that's Dinosaur. Here's another one. This is Hangman. Yep, Hangman. Dinosaur, and Bowtie. And this door is closed, so we'll go through Stamina Up and start this lockdown. But I am really excited. I need to start going back through the Dark Ether storyline, playing the Forsaken on camera for a video, maybe Modern Warfare 3's ending, because this is going to be a very important ending for really just the zombie storyline. So we've got Bowtie, Hangman, and then Dinosaur, and the symbols are there, so we're safe. There are a lot of loose ends that we would love to see get moved forward or tied up. We still have really no idea what the intro cutscene of Modern Warfare Zombies is really all about. Seeing Gray and Weaver and Carver and Dr. Strauss all dead. We know that they get exposed to, I saw this on Twitter, we know that they get exposed to the Dark Ether, and I don't think they did back in Cold War. And that's what a point that I brought up back in Modern Warfare 3, that, you know, Dr. Gray in her letter to Jansen was like, we were all exposed to the Dark Ether and we wanted to do this. So people are I think I saw this thing from It's Perka, maybe not, maybe it was Zone X, I don't know, saying that like Richtofen and Dr. Gray agreed to create Dr. Jansen because, oh my goodness, no, we're fine. They agreed to make Dr. Jansen because she might be able to actually save and stop Richtofen, or stop, you know, the Dark Ether from expanding or shutting down whatever. Dude, okay, now this TR2 not super great against that, but that's hard to do. So there's a lot of different directions they could go, and we know Dr. Jansen got pulled into Liberty Falls at the very end cutscene, and then we got introduced to this new form, the Shadow Smiths, just a little name drop. So I mean, we're gonna have to play through that Modern Warfare Zombies mission again and see what's going on, see what pieces we need to connect here. But we can start this Easter egg now. Hello, thank you very much. But this is an exciting time. I do hope that the writing gets a little bit deeper in Black Ops 7. It's hard to tell if they want this Dark Ether storyline to continue or if they're looking to close it and to start a new chapter, because there is a rumor that the original crew, Primus, Ultimus, whatever, that they're coming back at some point in time. I should switch to Ether Shroud, which personally, depending on how they do it, I don't think I'd be that big of a fan. I think stories are great because they end. What makes a great story great? Oh my goodness, they add zombies to this? Let's go, come on. What makes great stories great is having an ending. I always give the example of Avatar: The Last Airbender because I know a lot of people love that show. I do too. It's like one of the best shows of all time, if you ask me. And I don't think that show would have been as powerful if it didn't have such a good conclusion. If the story would have just been told over and over again and continued on forever, then I think it would have lost a little bit of narrative weight. So I don't mind having a good ending, but I just also don't want us to constantly revisit these same old characters and the same old stories. I think there's so much to be told in this setting, especially when you look back at like the Chaos story. I've said this since Black Ops 4. you could just do the chaos story over again and I'd be happy with that. Like continue it exactly where it was and I'd be fine. I think that'd be fine. I think a lot of other people would be fine with that too. But the story of Primus and Ultimus and Dr. Monty and the Shadow Man, I feel like that's done. I feel like we need to put those to rest. They've had their decade-long storyline. I want to expand this a little bit more. And I think hopefully, is this not the, I feel like we've done a lot of these. Come on now, there we go. Now we can grab this, move on over. Dude, I like this Easter egg. Oh, I feel like such a shill. But there is really something to be said about these quick and dirty and easy Easter egg steps. It's just, I don't know. It's a nice change of pace. Oh, and I think it's a bug round. Yep, bug round. Okay. We got enough points to double pack a punch though. And there's a max ammo. That'll be good for us because that means we've now refilled our Ol's arrow ice staff, a healing thing, and we can start this doppelgast step. Like this quest is pure gameplay. Lockdown after lockdown after lockdown. You do like minor bits and pieces of puzzles to, you know, get the ice staff, but overall it is pure survive this onslaught of zombies, survive this onslaught of doppelgast, and I think there's a good place for that. I don't mind the variety. I think variety in zombie maps is phenomenal. Always the easiest one if you ask me. Always the easiest one. I also really like the little detail. It's been a while since I've actually looked up at it, but just this animation of these pillars getting this glow and then this rock charging up. I love it so much. It makes this place feel so alive. Like this is supposed to be this ancient site, some place of importance, and it just looks so epic. And I do have enough salvage. I am gonna get dead wire and fully upgrade this. Oh, hello zombies. Ooh, we got a gobblegum. What did we get? What did we get? Killjoy. All right, I'll take that. Wow, that was a really easy amalgam lockdown. And just like that, a hop, skip, and a jump over to this. We have that statue done. All of these statues done. The wisp goes up there, charges the rock, and the rock shoots out into this place, which is just so beautiful. Hopefully this video is pretty good. I've changed some settings around so that way my videos look a little bit better than they normally do. Let me know how they look, if you've seen a noticeable improvement or not. Now, I'm not going to start this right away. I've made that mistake before. Don't want to make that mistake again. I mean, if this isn't amazing atmosphere, I don't know what is. But now we need to make it all the way to round 25, get myself some triple pack-a-punch, some tier 3 armor, and yes, of course, I know people don't like it when I don't do this free perk Easter egg. I forget sometimes, you know, but hey, a free perk's a free perk. Maybe we'll get some double tap right away. Oh yeah, dude, this gun's even without double tap, so, oh, it's gonna be crazy with it. Oh, Deadshot. I don't know. Deadshot's pretty good. A free perk is a free perk. Now, in terms of how I'm going to test out the rate of fire of this, I'm going to do it like everything else. I'm just going to hold down the trigger, and then even after it slows down, I will definitely keep that in. But then I also want to see, because I feel like I can spam this a little bit faster. I know I said that last time, but we're going to try it again, and we'll take the one that has the fastest rate of fire between the two. Oh, I just heard an amalgam spawn in. We've got Deadwire equipped, so we should be able to take care of him rather fast, and we did. Look at that. Granted, round 19, so it's not that big of a deal. I've been training in this room lately as opposed to down there near quick revive because, well, I feel like this room is simply flatter. I feel like I can get better headshots in this room. Oh my goodness, can't be doing that today. Thought I had some wiggle room between those two zombies. Oh my goodness, look at that, an epic power drill. Thinking about this rate of fire decrease, I think I finally have a way to articulate how important like DPS is over time in zombies versus multiplayer. And by that I mean there is a, oh, Deadshot, okay. There's a distinct difference between what sort of DPS is good in multiplayer versus what's good in zombies. Because I can very much see, everyone said when my previous video came out of this TR2, everyone said that it was really good in multiplayer and Warzone, and I very much see that. But the thing that might now kill it for zombies, I don't know if it does, is the slowdown. And the reason is because you want in zombies a more consistent time to kill over a larger duration of time. Whereas in multiplayer, you really only care about a time to kill within like a second or two because you want to see a guy and then take care of them immediately. But here in zombies, we are constantly dealing damage to the horde. We're constantly being overwhelmed by the horde. So we need a very consistent, constant damage per second. And that's why something like, you know, snipers don't really do all that well in zombies because of the slower bolt actions. No matter, they could deal a million bajillion damage, but if they're only gonna deal that damage to like 2 zombies at a time before they need to rechamber, well then there's not much worth in that, because the damage over a longer period of time is gonna be substantially slower. Practically slower, even if it's not mathematically slow. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But we finally have Triple Pack-a-Punch, a legendary rarity, newly buffed conversion kit for this TR2. Let's put on some damage numbers and see what we're working with. And according to my spreadsheet, we should be dealing, 6,800 damage, so luckily those damage numbers haven't changed. The elemental damage should be 10,200 damage. If we get close enough, we can see, 10,200, so the damage numbers are still the same. We're just gonna need to calculate that brand new rate of fire. But overall, yeah, this is looking pretty good. The health bars really helped kind of sell how fast you're killing the zombies. And because we have so much salvage, I am gonna buy myself a death machine. Because death machine against those elite zombies, really a good option. And I do want to come down here. Oh my goodness, let's do this because I really want this double points. We will get that, and then we will throw a decoy so we get some bonus points, and then we can just go to town. Oh, and a dead wire is going to get us even more bonus points. Yeah, this is going to be great. Now I think we found out, if I'm not mistaken, that this thing is going to one burst zombies up until round 27. So of course this is going to feel pretty good against zombies until round 27, because the burst is a one burst until then. So I don't want to get too crazy, but just in terms of handling, it really does feel so much better. Round 25, we should be able to get our perks now. We're going to increase this with double tap. Oh boy, I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for this. Let's see. I heard of Doppelgas. That's right. Okay, Doppelgas. Let's see how fast we could do this. Oh, dude, it feels like it really does feel like the Chi-Com. I don't think the Chi-Com slowed down. I think there just wasn't any cap to how fast you could spam trigger the Chi-Com back in Black Ops 2. But boy, does this feel really satisfying. And now when it slows down, it doesn't slow down as slow. See, let's take a look at that Mimic. Never mind, it's already dead. Very much an ammo hog though. Very much an ammo hog. Man, it feels like I'm getting crazy amounts of salvage this game. Let's take a look at this Mimic, see how fast. Yep, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, did they like buff the salvage drops? How do I have a death machine and like 6,000 salvage? I don't know. And you know what? I think we're ready to go now. We've got all of our perks. Actually, no, we need to buy a couple more perks, but we've got our Pack-a-Punch, we've got our ice staff, got our armor. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some elemental pop. I'm not gonna get melee macchiato. That's fine. Let's turn around, and here we go. Round 27, walking over this beautiful bridge with this beautiful TR2 conversion kit. Still not fully automatic, but it still fires really fast. And we got a bug round this round, so I'm gonna wait here and clear out this bug round. Man, they really need to let you play in this area if you decide to continue on for the map. That would be awesome. Underrated feature, might I add. The ability to just straight up continue no matter the Easter egg. Yeah, I think that's a great addition. They've done such a good job with Black Ops 6, but without further ado, let's see how this newly buffed conversion kit does against the Sentinel artifact. And by that, I mean, we're gonna use the ice staff for most of this game. We'll pop a squat right here, and we'll just wait until we need to use the TR2. Like I said earlier, I know this boss fight gets a lot of flack because you can literally lay down and shoot the ice staff, but playing this for the first time, it is such a well-designed boss because it teaches you how it works as it's progressing through its stages. It takes a little bit of time, but that's not a bad thing. It spins around and then it lands on this thing. Let's see what we can do with our TR2 now. We're dealing 1,100 damage. That's great, and that felt pretty good. I don't know if we'll get the double. I think we might. but overall, that didn't feel too bad. And of course, once you're successful, now you've got 2 of these to manage. The reason it starts off so slow is to ensure that you know what's going on, and I quite like that. And of course, when it comes up the second time, and then it pauses like so, and let's pretend that, oh hey, we weren't fast enough, we only were able to do this one Sentinel artifact, right? There's a very clear indicator of this orb moving its way towards the statue, and then if it reaches the statue, just like the other things, the other statues in the map itself that we did the trials for, it will spawn in the enemy. So again, with every step of the way, this boss fight is teaching you exactly how it works. And we're gonna go for the double kill here on this next phase. We're gonna try to do 2 Sentinel artifacts in one go. Now, with the addition of double tap, most weapons fully upgraded can do this, so long as it's a bullet weapon, of course. And here we go. Let's try this Doppelgast. We don't want the Doppelgast one. So there's one. I'll reload. I'll go after the Parasite one, and that was pretty good. That was pretty good. And now you'll see that these artifacts have changed color. And then you'll notice, hey, there's a artifact that's going inside of a zombie, which is curious, isn't it? That's the thing that we need to do. So clearly we're gonna need to do that. Oh, here we go. Does that, well, I guess we're inside of this now. That's fine. There's that one. Yeah, dude, this is pretty good. But now, as we're dealing with this Sentinel artifact, these Sentinel artifacts are still being a nuisance, I guess. They're still activated. And here is the Doppelgast. And I am gonna try and see if I can't get a Smell of Death activation. There we go. Smell of Death. Oh, it works. It works against these elite bosses. Okay, cool. That is good information for the Vulture Aid video. But yes, if you're still struggling with the Tomb boss fight, all you need to do is just PhD slide over and over and over again and let the ice staff kill these things for you. It should kill all of the zombies. If you ever get close, don't worry about it. Just PhD slide away, especially this Doppelgast. This Doppelgast is the biggest threat usually on the field, but now we've almost got it. You can tell, oh, there's gonna be a ton of enemies moving forward. That's okay. I think we can do this. We'll Ether Shroud just to be safe and get that Sentinel artifact all done and dusted. And we need to be ready for all of these horrible bosses. But like I said, this ice staff should take care of most of them. Now, if you're running low on ammo, that is a big deal, but you want to be patient. Those max ammos last a lot longer than you think, so I always wait until those Sentinel artifacts start raising, making sure you're away from any of the elite enemies. Although that max ammo appears to be gone now. That's quite all right. We need to keep an eye on the Doppelgast slash, oh, that zombie. Oh, slash that zombie. Because the Doppelgast is faster, but the Mimic is the one that's weak to the ice staff. So the Mimic is usually gonna die first. And we can encourage this a little bit by doing this. Maybe we could pop another Ether Shroud to be safe. Very good. And then we can kill this Doppelgast there. And then you might get lucky to where those things are up to get your max ammo. Always just keep an eye on it. Don't try to go inside when that thing is spinning around at this level. You're gonna die 100% of the time. But here's a really cool thing. Check this out. You take out your death machine and you just kill all these things right away. Look at that, dude. It's crazy powerful. There's that a bump. Dude, that's nuts. Let's throw that down. We got a little decoy. We've got this, and there is the final phase started. We should get another max ammo, I believe. Yes, sir. Now we can go up here. You might need to clear out all of the other enemies in case you're right in the middle of a level or a round or something. But then we're just gonna wait up here until this is all solid. We'll throw down our ice staff, and maybe, yeah, dude, this is a solid gun now. We can let that reset, get that rate of fire back up. Like I said, who knows if that's going to be any good. We'll throw a decoy to finish this off, just like that. And that's the Tomb boss fight. It's been a while since we've done it, but man, oh man, I appreciate what it is. I don't mind that it's simple. It's kind of fun to go through every once in a while. It is such a beautiful map. I love the atmosphere. I love the aesthetic of this all, even though it has like the weakest outro cutscene we've ever seen. Let's head on over to the spreadsheet. Welcome to the spreadsheet. As I always say, filling this out a little bit more every day, only missing the AMAX assault rifle and a handful of SMGs now. This is looking pretty good. But in terms of the gun that we're interested into today, I did some calculations. This rate of fire, 880, was just from holding down the trigger. I managed to get a little bit faster. I think I did it in like 5 frames less by bursting the trigger, but ultimately it's not that big of a deal. Plus, even when you're holding down the trigger, this 880 rounds per minute is so much better than the like 500 rounds per minute it was before. And that brings the TR2 all the way up to 99,000 damage per second. That is not only the best marksman rifle in the marksman rifle category, even better than the DM10, that is now one of the best guns in this entire game. If we filter out all of the guns, you can see, by the way, thank you for letting me or suggesting that I change the text here, the text color. I think that's a little bit easier to read. But obviously we've got the Striders, the Gurkova, the Maelstrom, the classics, AMR4, AS-Val, Olympia. But now, right under the Marksman Rifle Mark II variant, we have the full auto TR2 sitting above the LMGs, the KSV, the Compact, the Fang, the DM10, all of these great guns. Even with the weird burst fire full auto thing, the TR2 full auto is better than that. So if you haven't tried the TR2, or you have tried it and you were disappointed in it, be sure to check out this full auto attachment, because it is a game changer. And if you're just as excited as I am about the brand new DLC format coming to Black Ops 6 Zombies, I just broke down all 3 teasers that we have currently available to us. And I found some stuff there going frame by frame that you might have missed. Be sure to check out that video here, and as always, stay beautiful.